Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all honor, and infinite glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who I learn from daily and who rule well. Peace and the salutations unto the hopeful elect who are given diligence to make their calling of election sure. As the brother Ariyah from the COS camp, Sons of Yasharala, Shalom, Akim. I'm just about to do a video on pretty much a situation um, that piqued my interest, if you will. Uh, Today I had a concealed carry class, right? And the instructor, uh, he pretty much was going around asking everybody, "Yo, what's your name? What type of gun experiences you got? Yada yada, whatever." And a question that he asked that stuck out was, so why are you here to get a concealed carry, or what do you feel like you're going to need it? And pretty much my response was straightforward. I ain't going to get into all that. But it was a bunch of Edomites in the class for me. I was the only Jake, if you will, besides the instructor, surprisingly, right? But yeah. So these Edomites in the class, when he asked them, it was pretty much like, yeah, based upon the things that are going on in the world. This is what the first one said. Shit is getting crazy out here. Times is getting rough, and people are wilding out. Essentially, that's when one of the Edomites said. I'm putting it in my own verbiage, of course, but yeah, that was pretty much the sentiment of his. What he deemed as a reason to get his concealed carry. And the next one was like, yeah, it's getting crazy in the world. I'm watching all the news. People killing each other, bugging out. And then it finally got to this lady, and she was like, "Yeah, I be watching Dateline news or whatever, and what be happening to females and shit like that." So the point is, man, these people know what's about to go. They don't know specifically what's about to go down, but they can feel the vibe or the energy of the earth, and it's not good, man. That's because we're coming into a time of trouble. We're coming into a time of evil, if you will. And granted, it's been said before, but Jacob's trouble isn't just going to affect Jacob. It's going to start with Jacob potentially, and you know the heathens are definitely going to feel the pressure. They definitely going to get the evils and everything else that's going down in them days. They're going to get that secondhand, fire, if you will, right? But it pretty much just got me thinking, man, like, yo, everybody on this planet can see that some shit is about to go down, and ain't shit y'all could do to stop it, pretty much, man. But I just wanted to get a few scriptures and then wrap it up, quick hit, edify, and try to, um, just give my point of view on what's going on and things like that based off an experience I had. But I'm gonna start with Second Esdras 16, and I'm gonna just start at the top and read down to the spirit. You know, pretty much tells me to wrap it up. It says, "Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Assyria! Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria!" Right? Because this place, America, right? The whore, right? It has the spirit of these locations, if you will, right? Based upon all the evil that was done therein and those locations, it's the same thing that's happening in these locations. I mean, in this place right here, right? It says, "Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand." So, I mean, that's straightforward. You people, uh, you about to feel some affliction. You about to get this. This place is about to be judged. If I'm being frank about it. Like it says, "For your destruction is at hand." And what does at hand mean? It means it's here. Like the destruction is coming. It's here, right? It's right at the other side of the door. How many inches is a door? It's like what, 2, 3 inches thick, maybe 4 inches at most, right? Depending on the type of door you have, that the evils and the affliction and the destruction is on the other side of that door, man, right? It says a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? It's rhetorical, man, because nobody can turn back the affliction, the sword, the destruction that Yahweh Shem Yahushai is sending upon this place, right? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Nobody, right? Besides, if it be of the Lord's will for that fire to be quenched, and that's not the Lord the Lord's will. The will of the Lord is for this place to be destroyed and to be uninhabitable and forever, if you will, right? Matter of fact, the scripture says, people are gonna, you know, see that place, and I think it was hiss at it. A brother can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but the only thing that's gonna dwell here is strange creatures, man, right? It says, plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? Right? What is he? Like this, somebody that can drive away the plagues of the Lord, that the Lord is sending to this place. What is he? Because he would have to be something crazy special, right? Essentially, man. These are all rhetorical questions in a sense, though. May any man drive away in hungry a lion in the wood? Going into what? Like, ain't no regular dude gonna be able to stop a lion in the wood, man. Or may anyone quench the fire in the stubble when it hath begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? No, these are all rhetorical questions, man. Because if an archer fires an arrow, like, unless you got telekinesis, which the men of the Lord haven't been given that power yet to turn an arrow in the midst of flight around and stop it pretty much, you know, we haven't been given those powers yet. So these are all rhetorical, in nature. The mighty Lord sent the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? Right? All rhetorical in nature. The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof, and the sea ariseth up with the waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power. Because we have a magnificent, words can't describe our power, man. He is the Almighty. He is the all-powerful, man. There is nothing that can hinder our power, our God, right? Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai in anything that he wants to get done, or any of his works, right? It what's the I seen a video on TikTok one time, and the Jake was talking to this Edomite who was disrespectful, and he called his boss or whatever, and he was essentially like, this is what the lady did, and the boss was like, all right, she finished, man, she can't have a room or whatever, and the Edomite lady was like, please let me just stay, my family is here, and he was like, this is above me. That was pretty much the statement that he made that went viral with her. It's above me, right? And with that being said, there is no above Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, right? There is no above Yahweh, right? So there is no one who can stop or who wouldn't tremble or who can hinder the Lord in any of his works, if you will, right? It says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss. Listen, in the gaming community, we have this thing called a Chrono Zen, right? Or aimbot. The Lord got aimbot, man. He don't miss. All right, but it says when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world, right? So the Lord ain't gonna miss. Whatever he's aiming for, he's gonna hit. It don't matter the distance, it don't matter the depth, it don't matter where it's at, the Lord gonna hit it if that's his desired target. Period. It says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. So, these plagues are going to happen regardless of what Esau Edom does to try to stop it, or, whatever cures he try to make up. It ain't going to work, Esau Edom, right? It ain't going to work, devil, right? Because you are not above our power. You can't match Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai power. You can't match his energy, man. You ain't on that level, all right? You ain't got the answers, all right, Sway, all right? But it says the fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plague that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again, right? And this is what Edra said, because the angel showed him a vision of these times that we're in and coming into, and in the last, and he showed him a vision of these times that we're coming into in the last days of everything that was going to take place, right? And this is what Edris had to say. He said, woe is me, who will deliver me in them days?" Man, that's how crazy it's going to be. Right here, you have a man of the Lord, Edris, who are receiving visions from angels, and even he is shook. Like, yo, what the, yo, woe is me, right? That's slang for yo, please, like that's slang for pretty much, uh, destruction, or plague or affliction is coming, if you will, man, you know. All right, but it says, "Who will deliver me in those days?" Right? Because there is nothing that anybody can do relying on their own power that's going to stop this shit from happening. And there's nothing that anyone can do within their own power that are going to save them from this destruction that's coming. Right? It says, "The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death." And these things are taking place, right? The sorrows are happening, man. You got people who can't pay their electric bill, who can't pay their rent, who can't pay their water. Their whole family becoming homeless. They killing themselves. They killing their families. They're starving out there on the streets. These women are getting, taken and ravished, if you will, on the streets, man, when they go homeless. So the sorrows and great mournings are taking place, but it's going to get worse, right? If I was to put it on a scale, man, this would be 1 out of 10. This would be a one of the shit that we are about to experience in these coming times, man. Right? It says the beginning of famine and great death. Why? Because I mean, you see it on the news, you see it on the social media apps. You see them killing off millions of chickens and millions of cows and pork, even though we don't fuck with that, right? They killing off all these animals and shit that we utilize for food. You know, you think we just got unlimited chickens? Unlimited cows. We got unlimited meat that we could just slaughter millions of these creatures and that will be good. Nah, bro, this is setting the standard and the pace for the famine that's about to come in, right? This shit is coming. Yo, this shit is coming quickly. Every day we wake up, me and the brothers talk about it. This shit is getting worse by the second, by the day, man. And everybody on the planet can feel that we are in the end times and shit is changing drastically, right? It says the beginning of famine and great death is happening. Due to that jump shot, right? A lot of people are being killed off, but also of just violence in general that's taking place, mass shootings that are taking place, wars that are taking place. So great death is happening, but it's going to escalate, you know, at a higher rate that the world has never seen, man. You know, it says that they shall be so great that nothing. It shall be like nothing that has ever happened on the earth. Pretty much, roughly paraphrasing, of course, right? So we've had the floods and the Sodom and Gomorrahs and all this stuff take place. The wars, the crusades and the proxy wars and the Cold War and World War One and World War Two. But this time that's coming is going to be worse than all that, right? It says the beginning of wars and the power shall stand in fear. And we already see that. The beginning of wars is already happening. You got so many war fronts that are happening right now as we speak. Taiwan, China, right? Iran, Israel, Palestine, Israel, Yemen, uh, taking shots at the U.S. You got Russia, Ukraine, right? So you have a bunch of shit that's taking place right now. Matter of fact, you even had India beefing with China, right? So it's a lot of shit that's taking place, man. That any day now this shit can hit the fan and all hell's gonna break loose, right? It says, uh, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? So Edris is, he's like, what am I supposed to do? You know, but the minute of the Lord, we know what we gonna do. We gonna depend and lean on Yahweh Shemi Awashai for our protection, for our nurturing, as far as food, water, a safe place to be, stay. You know, we gonna depend. We gonna put our faith in Yahweh Shemi Awashai, cause that's all we got. We ain't got nothing else, man. We ain't got shit else to depend on. You know, Esau, Edom ain't gonna save you, and those who go down to Egypt for help you gonna regret it and are regretting it for going down to Egypt for help. And you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about them jump shots, man. Right? I'm talking about the sticky, right? Salakia. Uh, but yeah, we gonna have faith. Lord willing, you know, we're of the hopeful elect. Lord willing, we are of those men who are given the gift of faith, because faith is a gift, right? It says, behold, famine, plague, tribulation, anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. So these things are being sent because of the wickedness that have taken place on the earth, right? The famine is being sent because of y'all wickedness, man. You know, you pollute the fucking food, you put all types of poisons in it, you sell it to people, man, and you're defiling the men of the Lord, man. You know, because we gotta eat, and you know, regardless of whether or not we try to eat healthy and clean and abide by the practices of the Levitical laws as far as the dietary laws, right? Our matter of fact, we eat our food defiled among the Gentiles, man. So even if you get turkey, right, there might be some fucking remnants of pork in it because they use the same grinders and shit, man. You never know what you're getting when you buy from this devil. The plague, right? You got all of these plagues happening, man. That's self-explanatory, right? We just went through a whole, uh, uh, I'll just say lockdown for the sake of not getting my video taken down, right? For a certain situation that took place, and that's not even the tip of the iceberg, man. You got plagues out there that may cause reanimation of the human body after people pass away, right? And anguish are scourges for amendment, man. So these things are happening because of the wickedness that is taking place on the earth. It says, but for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness. And regardless of everything that's taking place on this planet, on the planet Earth, man, you still got Jake being ignorant. You still got Jake doing all manners of wickedness, man, killing their brother, sleeping with each other's wives, having, I'll just say, homosexual sex, right? Right? You got Jake out here selling all manners of pharmaceuticals to his people, right? You got him. You got Jake out here just acting a fucking fool. I went into this on my last video, man. I'm not gonna elaborate on it, but Jake is fucking wicked, man. All this wicked. Oh, you got the wars, the famine. You got all these things taking place, and Jake is still out there trying to shake his ass, man. Have a good time, right? Jake is still out here trying to make a place, a place of rest here in Babylon. Talking about we gonna build our own communities. Nigga, for what? This place is about to burn. What are you talking about building communities, nigga? You talking about turkey drives. You talking about handing out peach cobbler pies to the fucking wicked. These two-third niggas. Right? Jake don't give a fuck about what you got. Listen, if you handing out turkeys just to get Jake's attention and shit, Jake gonna eat the turkey and go back to doing whatever the fuck wickedness he was getting into in the first place. Right? He don't give a fuck about what you got to say as far as concerning this truth. Right? It says, but they should not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges, right? Because Jake don't give a fuck, man. And that's I don't need to elaborate anymore on that. It says, behold, victuals shall be so cheap upon earth, victuals shall be so cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in a good case, right? Because this food is, I mean, it ain't as cheap as it was, right? They ain't got the dollar menus and shit like that no more. I mean, to a certain extent, right? Some places still got it, but food is relatively cheap, man. You go to the fast food spot, You get 4 meals, man. You probably looking at like $30, and that's gonna feed 4 people for the night, man. That's not much, right? But it says, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. So regardless of whether or not, Jake is Salakia, 1 second. Yo, I'm just finishing up. But regardless of if Jake is Salakia, where was I? Oh yeah, yeah. Think them. Oh, it says, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Right? It says so regardless of the situation that seems to be, the vibe of what's going on in your environment, evils are growing upon the earth. Right? And it ain't shit that you can do to stop it. Right? It says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine. So your babies, Jake, your woman, your mom, your grandpa, your grandma, all of them, they about to perish to the famine, if not the sword. Matter of fact, it says it right here. And the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So there's no way out for you, Jake. You heathens, which we don't give a fuck about, but I'm just letting you know. You heathens who are staying in this place, right? There's no way out, man. This shit is coming, and it ain't shit anybody can do to stop it, right? It says, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. So it's going to be bodies out there. Like think about the book of Eli, but just bodies every fucking where, right? Ain't nobody going to be, look, you going to just, hey, let's take a pause, everybody. I know we try and kill each other for food and whatnot, but let's just pause this shit and bury these dead bodies. They deserve an honorable burial and shit. No, fuck all that. Ain't nobody getting buried. Diseases are gonna fester. Plagues are gonna be developed based off all this fucking rotten meat that's gonna be upon the earth. Right? It says, for the earth shall be wasted and the cities shall be cast down. So all these cities and safe places that you think is going to be here, when shit hit the fan, is not, man. These cities are gonna be destroyed. Fucking destroyed, man. Right? Burnt to the fucking ground. Right? It says, there shall be no man left to till the earth and sow it. Right, so ain't nobody gonna be left out on these streets that to tend to the earth and grow some vegetables and bananas, and they out there taking care of, and they package it all up, they put it on the truck, and the trucks bring it to the food warehouses, and then the warehouses ship it to the markets. No, fuck all that. None of that's gonna be happening. You're gonna have to get it how you fit in, Jake. All you who not leaning upon Yahweh Shem Yahushai, having faith in the Lord that He's going to take care of you in these last days. Those men who are out here on the highways and byways doing the will of the Lord, right? Hey, you ain't listen. You're going to have to fend for yourself in that day, Jake. It says the trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? Rhetorical. The grapes shall ripen. Matter of fact, that's not rhetorical. It's pretty much a question, like who gonna gather them? The answer is nobody. It says the grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear a voice. Because with all this death taking place, man, you'll be not even lucky. Because you've seen the shows like The Walking Dead and shit like that, and 9 times out of 10, when you seen another human being, they was trying to kill you for what you had. But it's saying here, like, niggas is gonna be so desperate that when they see somebody, they gonna be like, oh man, they go another person. I just want to communicate with them because ain't nobody out here in these streets, man. I'm by myself, right? It says, for of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks, man. So it ain't gonna be out here. Ain't nobody gonna be out here. You niggas is gonna be getting put to death by the thousands of thousands of thousands, hundreds of thousands, right? And I mean, I can continue on, but I mean, you get the point, man. Shit is hitting the fan out here. The people can feel it. Everybody can see it except for Jake for some odd reason. But this is pretty much just a video to give a warning to the elect, the sheep, who you know Just need to be aware in these times, man. Keep your head on the swivel. Keep doing the will of the Lord. Keep repenting, rehearsing the righteous acts, and stay right. Stay right with the Lord, man, because He's all we got. Keep the faith. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai Ba'ashim Rakak Wadash. Lord willing, this was edifying. Till next time, Shalom.